Hello, good evening, guys. We start late tonight because I became so busy since Monday. Anyway, we're going to continue our day 11 of our free daily live tutorial, and this is the fourth day of our session for HTML topic. And as we continue today, we are going to continue the topic for table tags because I will be discussing additional two more important topics for this particular tag. So that is on how to use the call span, or in layman's term, that is on how to merge the columns in a table in using HTML, or on how to implement it through your HTML document. And the second one is the row span. That is on how to merge the, let's say, two or more rows. So it depends on the situation or on the need on how many rows or columns are you going to merge. But the thing is, if you already know how to merge two or more columns and or rows, then you can already manipulate or implement it as the need arises, or to whatever scenarios that it will be needed. Okay. Um, to continue our discussion, let us first recall the previous one that we have discussed. That is the table tag also. I'm going to share with you the browser so that you will recall the previous topic. Okay, so as you can see from here, this was the one that we have created last time. This is a sample of a table tag. Let's say this is a context list. This is our context list, and then we have here 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. So the first column is our counter for the number of contacts that we have. On the second column we have the name, the mobile number on the third, and the last one is the email. So let's say, for example, if we're going to apply here the call span or the column span, I will also share with you drawing tool so that we could discuss our goal for tonight. Okay, whiteboard. Okay. So as you can see on your screen, I have there the whiteboard, the drawing tool. Let's say, for example, we want to create. We will use the same example, the contacts list table. Well, anyway, if you already understand on how to do this, you can apply it to any situation or any scenario. Okay, let's say, for example, on the first column we still have this one, the counter, and then here the name, and then next will be the contact numbers. Okay, contact number. Contact number. And then the last one will be the email. So the same table headers or columns that we created last time. But the only difference is that um, we're going to divide this contact number into two columns. Let's say, for example, for our contact numbers, we have here the, let's say, the mobile number, and then the second one is the telephone number, something like that. So it's not readable, but anyway, this is the numbers, the hashtag or the number sign for the counter. This is the name for the second column, and here the contact number, and there is a division there. We divided it here on this part because it will be, that would be like this one here. So we have here the contact number word, and here the cell phone number or the mobile number, and here the telephone number. Okay, so on this part, okay. Okay, so that's our goal for tonight. Our first goal, or we're going to use this example on how to use the call span or the column span, or in layman's term, on how to merge the columns, let's say two columns. Okay, so let us now check the source code. Okay, now that here is our source code. So this was the one that we have created last time, and then we're going to I think save us this file into another file name. I will name this as HTML4, since this is our fourth session for HTML. But when we started since December 14, this is our 11th day for our free daily live tutorial. So HTML_04. Okay, so this is the title, the table tag. Let's say we're going to remove this already. Okay, here we have the number sign, the name, the mobile number, and the email. Okay, but this time we're going to have another row here, still part of the table header. Okay, so we will just copy that, and then once we have this, we will remove this, and we will put here the mobile number, and then another one for the, so that's mobile number. The second one will be the telephone number. Let's say telephone number, or landline. Let's say landline, something like that. And here this would be blank. Okay, let us first examine if what would be the result of this. Okay, let's save this one, and then let's go to the browser. Okay, so instead of refreshing this, you can open your file. You can double click the HTML_04 or whatever file name that you have indicated, or in my case, I will just edit this one into HTML04. Again, last time I already taught you on how to open the HTML file. Either you use Window or File Explorer, and then you find for that file, and then double click or open the file, and automatically that will bring you to your default browser. If it's Firefox or Opera or Chrome or Microsoft Edge or Explorer, or whatever browser that you have as your default browser. So automatic that will open the document into your browser. And then if you want to edit that, right click and then open and then edit into your editor, which is the plain text editor. No IntelliSense, no auto completion, no auto suggestion. So just plain, so that you will remember the different tags that we are tackling or we are discussing. Okay. So going back here, again, you can open the file, or here I will just specify the exact path. Okay. So when I press enter, okay, so it will look like this. So okay, so this is not our goal. Okay, our goal actually is to have here the contact number here, and then below the mobile number and the landline, and this one would be on the next column. Okay, so let's go back to our source code. Okay, so from here we are going to change this into contact number. Okay, and we need another th here. Okay, so that the email, this one, will move to the next column. Okay, so let's try this one first. Save, and then let us examine this. Go back to the browser, and then let's try to refresh or reload the browser. Okay, so this is it. We have here this one, the name, the contact number, and this is right in the email. But this email should move into this part. Okay, because our landline is vacant because we have not yet specified values or the details about the landline of each contact. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do after this is to move this information to this column. Okay, so in order to do that, okay, let's go back to the source code again. Okay, so from here we're going to move this. So in order to do that, this one, the email. In order to do this, we need one blank TD here. So this one blank TD will be reserved for our landline. Okay, so I will just copy this, copy, and then here, paste it here, and this one also, and okay, so that's it. So let us save this one, and let's go back to the browser and reload the browser. And okay, so this is good. So we have this counter, we have here the name, the contact number, and then we have here the mobile number and the landline. So let's say, for example, we are going to write something for the landline. Okay, so again, let's go back to the source code, and let us try to put some values for our landline. Okay, so here, let's say landline for this, let's say 1111, something like that. And then here, let's say 2222, and then here, let's say 5555, something like that. Okay, and then let's try to save this. Okay, and let's go back to our browser and click the refresh or reload button. Okay, so we have now value for our landline and mobile number, but our goal is to put this contact number between this or into this part. So meaning to say, we're going to remove this barrier here for this column. We will make these two columns, this one here and here, as one. So we're going to apply the call span attribute or property of the table, especially of the table data. Okay, so we're going to find this one, the contact number, and okay, let's go back to our source code, and from here, so here's the contact number. So instead of having one blank here, okay, I'll just write something here, whatever, okay, something like that. I'll save that first so that you would visualize, okay, and then let's reload the browser. This is what I am saying. We will make these two columns as one, okay, so that the contact number will be will move on the at the middle of the merged column. So we're going to merge these two columns, okay. So let's go back to the editor, and then in order to do that, we don't need to have this. What we need is to have here a th call span, and then we're going to merge two columns, so we specify two here. So this is applicable to th because th is also table header or like table data. So th or td, that will be applicable because we are merging columns, okay. Okay, so let's start to save this one, and let's go back to the browser. Okay, and reload. So from here, as you would see, okay, so there's no divider here already or barrier here because we merged the two columns. We specified two because only the two. Because if we're going to make call span equals 3, that will include this email. Okay, so that's not our goal. Our goal is just like this. Okay, so but the thing is, this part should not be like this one. We're going to merge also these two uh, this this part and this one, and the same thing with this, the name and below call. Actually, this is already row span. Okay, so that's the next thing that we need to do. Okay, and the same thing with the email, and then the blank line here or blank column here should be occupied by the email. Okay, the same thing with the name. So that one is already row span, meaning we're going to merge the two rows. Again, you can merge two or more rows. In our case, in our simple example, we're just merging two columns and two rows, because if you're going to implement it to a multi uh, into merging a multi columns or multi rows, the same principles, you will just change the value, and you will just put the call span or row span from the starting point for your planning, or wherever, or in whatever position or whatever column here that you want to merge, okay, or to start the merging. The same thing with the row, okay. So again, let's go back to the source code to finally do the row span, okay. So again, we're going to merge this hashtag or number sign into this blank to make this one row. The same thing with this, and the same thing with this, and this one is already good. So this is already our goal for this, okay. Going back to the source code, okay, going back here, what we need to do is just we need to specify the merging of this part. Okay, for the TR, by the way, let's try this first. Okay, uh, let's try to reload the browser. Okay, so no effect. And then let's go back to the source code. So it should be here. Okay, then try to save that one, and then let's go back to the browser and try to reload. See, so from here we already have this. Okay, but we had a problem on this part. Anyway, by the way, we're going to fix that later, this part. So this time what we need to do is to merge this part also, the name and this row. Okay, let's go back to the browser, I know, to the editor, and then let's try to copy this here. Okay, and then what else for the email also. Okay. And let us save this one and let us see the changes. Okay, let's try to reload this. See, so we have now here the name, the contact number, and the email, but the mobile number and landline is already here. So supposed to be, it should be on this part. Okay, so how are we going to do this? How are we going to fix this scenario? Okay, we're going to move this on this part. Okay, let's try to go back to the route to the editor. Okay, let's try to fix this one. Okay, I'll check first. So we have here the contact number and the email. Okay. Okay, so what we need to do is to put this back here. Okay, so this should be here. Okay, we don't need it here on the next row. Okay, we're just going to cut this and by the way, for a moment, we're going to cut that and put it here. Okay, let's try to put it here. Or for a moment. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So let's remove this. Okay, and this one, save, and then let's go back to the browser and refresh. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so this is now the final output. So we used combination of call span and the row span. So at first we merged this two rows here, and then the same thing with the name and the email. The only difference is that on this part we have the contact number and we have two columns below. So to put it below, we should have another TR or table row. Okay, so as you can see from our source code, I'll bring you back to the source code. Okay, so this is how we did it. So we have here the row span, meaning to say this hashtag and the item below. So in this case, this part, this TR, those two rows were being merged, and then the same thing with the name. And on the third column, this one, these two columns will be below this part. Okay, and then the last one for the email, we also merged the row, but there is no already th below this one. As you can see, we have this th and this is blank. We have another th, this is also another blank, we did not specify here. But on the third one, this part, we specified this too. Okay, because this is call span equals to, meaning to say this is the scope of this call span, because we're referring to the two columns. So these two are these are the two columns that we are referring to. Okay, so this is the upper part, and below it would be this, because of the TR. This is the opening and the closing tag of the TR, meaning to say all of this are below this row. Okay, it just happened that we merged the rows from hashtag and below, from name column and then below, and then from contact number we did not do we don't have, or we did not have the row span, only the call span, meaning to say we only merged the column but not the rows. For the email, we also merged the rows, the second, this one, the second part. That's why this is the output that we produced. Okay, so that's how we do it. If you only understand the principle or the idea on how to use that, you can do any format using the table. So you will just do the trial and error, or you can just play it around, and then you will come up, for as long as that you understand. So do not try to just do the guessing. Okay, you must understand on how and when to use the call span and the row span. So it depends on the need of the design or scenario that you want to achieve or to do. Okay, so that's how we do it. So do not just guess if how many call span or how many row span are you going to specify, or in which particular column, or I mean table data, table header, or table row. You should understand what you are doing, so that it's not just pure guessing or trial and error. So that's how we do the scripting, especially the programming. Okay, So, okay, try to review again the source code. I will give you more time on for you to be able to review the source code. By the way, there are also other attributes or properties of a table that I could share. Let's say, for example, if we want to put a background color for it, so the same thing that we did with the body background color, you can also specify BG color. Okay, so let's go back to the browser. Just additional idea for our table tag, additional property or attribute. Okay, so from here, let's say for example, if you want to have a background color for the entire table, what you need to do is to just specify either here or after the border, for as long as there is a single space to separate the other attributes or properties. BG color equals, let's say, what colors? Let's say light gray. Let's try that one. And then if we're going to go back to our browser and reload it, See, so you have that. So you have the background color. Let's say for example, if we want to have a color for our alternate color for our contact list. Okay, so let's say for example here white and then light gray, or okay, let's try the other colors. Okay, um, so alternate color for our for each row. Okay, and then the rest would be gray, the entire table. So in order to do that, uh, we just need to modify the TR, or to specify another BG color for the specific TR. Okay, so let's go back to our source code. Okay, so from here, this is what I'm saying. Let's say for example for this one, for the first contact, you can specify here BG color also. BG, sorry, here BG color. Oh my god, BG color equals, let's say we want to use white. Okay, and on the next we will just copy this. On the next row, what are other good color? White, and then the entire table is already light here. Let's say light blue, something like that. And then on the next row, white again. Here, opening tag of TR, and then specify the white. Okay, let's try to save this and go back to the browser and then reload it. Okay, see, so we have here the entire table color or BG color is light gray, but for our first row we specified white. For the next row we specified light blue, and then white again. Let's say alternate. If you have the fourth, then that's again light blue, and then the fifth white, or whatever color that you want to use. Okay, but if you want to use different colors for every column, you will just specify the BG color into TD instead of TR. Okay, you can just specify here. Let's say for example, for Juan de la Cruz alone, I mean for this column alone, you will just specify TD space BG color. So that's how we do it. By the way, are you seeing my okay, let's go back to the source code. This is what I'm saying. Let's say for example, if you want to change the color for Juan de la Cruz for this particular cell, specific cell, just specify TD space BG color, and then specify whatever color that you want to use for this column or specific cell. Okay, so if you want this to be different colors, then you specify here TDBG color, another color, TDBG color, different color, another different color, another different color, and up to this email. Then you would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different colors. How many columns? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So 5 different colors if you're going to specify here inside this one. But what we did is we just specify the color into the entire table row or TR. Okay, so for this entire row, that would be the color of that. For this entire row, that would be the color of that. Light blue, this one is white, and then white again for this part. Okay, so that's how we did it. Okay, so very easy. There are actually a lot of properties or attributes of different HTML tags, including this one, the table tag. So you can just explore or implement the other tags, because there are so many documentation for that. You can download it from the internet, or you can just remember it. If you already know, if you have already undergone into this live sessions, you can already just recall whatever tag that you want to use and whatever property or attribute that you want to include or change for your tags. Okay, or you can remove the border, or you can make the border thicker, and whatever that you want to do with the style of your tag, okay, or of your design. Although by this time we're not yet using the CSS for our design, so we're just using the common attributes or properties of each particular HTML tag. So that's how we do it by this time, so that for you to be able to really understand the effect or on how to do it. Okay, this is again the output. Okay, you can just change the color that you want, because that is just for demo purposes. Okay, so again, before we finally end, um, I will show you again the source code so that you can copy it, or you can review and try to do it yourself. Okay, so you can open a notepad or any plain text editor there, and then try to start typing this, or try to understand this first, and then try to recall everything that I've discussed with you, especially for this topic alone, because we have already discussed so many topics. Let's say for this particular topic only, you can master the use of row span and col span, so that if you already do in the future, if you're going to apply this already, you can easily recall and understand. So again, it's not just a pure guessing of where to put the row span and where to put the col span. It should be accurate on your mind on when and how you're going to use it. Okay, so it's not just a pure trial and error and a pure guess or pure guessing. Okay, again, let's go back to the source code and try to examine that before we finally end. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry you haven't heard what I have just recently discussed. So, what I have said is that tomorrow we will have another live tutorial. So, that's early morning tomorrow at 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. and that is Philippine time. So, we're going to continue our fifth day session for our HTML topic. So we will have another topic for HTML tomorrow, or we're going to continue the discussion with HTML. So tomorrow also will be there will be the not the 11th but the 12th day for our daily live tutorial since December 14 when we launched this. Okay, so that's all for now, and bye bye.